Every woman in a 423 community group understands the pain and the hopelessness of trying and failing to overcome their behaviors on their own, whatever they might be. Many women feel alone in this issue, even though the current stat for women wrestling with these issues is now over 60%. Many struggling with love, intimacy, and emotional addictions, not attributed to traditional sexual addictions. Yet these areas can carry with them even greater shame and pain. One of the greatest privileges that we have inside of our groups is getting to step into the space alongside our sisters and introduce them over and over again to the grace and the love of God, allowing them to step out of the shame, out of the hiding and the isolation, and into the freedom of being known and loved as they wrestle with and fight against the patterns of unhealthy behaviors that have dominated their lives. This is why there are two discernible characteristics for every woman in a 423 group: courage and humility. It takes tremendous courage and humility to seek help in this area and admit that you can no longer do this alone. So regardless of where you find yourself in your story today, this is a place where you can go every week. Be radically transparent, vulnerable, and honest as you wrestle with your shame, your identity, and learning what it looks like for us to be followers of Christ together, working towards ending the unhealthy cycles of sexual sin in our lives. You were not meant to live this life alone. You were meant to be inside a community of like-minded women running the race together, equipping one another so that the patterns of unhealth and destruction don't have to be the end of your story. That you can do this, and there is hope, but you cannot continue to do this alone. Our women's groups meet weekly all over the country. Groups meet for 2 hours, with the first being spent inside of our confessional community time, where we share about our journey that week, reflecting on the why behind our thoughts and our behaviors. In this space, the group is encouraged to help you explore what is going on behind the surface and gain a deeper understanding of where you are at in your story. The second hour is a time to help equip one another with tools and resources, working through various curriculums, tools, and clinical practices to encourage deep emotional growth and strength for your journey towards health. So I want to invite you to step into a community, wherever you're at, a community that will walk with you in this journey of discovering who you actually are behind the veil of shame, behind the layers of isolation and hiddenness, to help you for perhaps the first time find the freedom that is ours in Christ. You were made for more than being captive to unhealthy sexual behaviors. Join a 423 women's group today.